Is the Chinese Muncie M22 a real gearbox, or just a good-looking copy? It is a real working gearbox, but whether it lasts depends on the quality of the parts inside, not the shape of the case outside. Anyone can pour aluminum to copy the shape of a transmission case. The real engineering is in the metal of the gears, the precision of the machining, and the science of the heat treatment. This is where a manufacturer can save money, and it's what separates a reliable transmission from an expensive problem. So we'll tear one down to see exactly what to check before you ever put it in a car. The first thing to check is the machining of the main case and the gears. With the side cover off, look at the bores where the bearings for the main shaft and countershaft will sit. These surfaces must be perfectly round and smooth. If you feel any ridges, chatter marks, or a rough finish with your fingertip, it's a bad sign. If those bores are off-center by even a few thousandths of an inch, the shafts won't spin true. This puts a constant side load on the bearings, causing them to overheat and fail early. It also means the gears won't mesh flat, creating a whine and grinding them down over time. After the case, inspect the gear teeth themselves. The faces of the teeth must be smooth, with a consistent, almost polished finish. You are looking for any leftover cutting marks, burrs, or sharp edges. A poorly finished gear tooth focuses all the engine's torque onto tiny high spots. A crack starts there, and soon you have a chipped or a completely broken tooth. Next, inspect the synchronizers and all the small support parts. The synchronizer assemblies are what allow for smooth shifts. The brass blocker rings are a critical part of this. They act like a small clutch to match shaft speeds. The rings should fit snugly over the cones on the gears. If they are loose or wobble, they can't work correctly. Check the synchronizer hubs and sliders for a clean finish. When you slide the hub by hand, you should feel a firm, positive click as the keys engage. If it feels sloppy, gritty, or mushy, you'll get grinding between shifts, or the transmission may pop out of gear under load. Then, look at the reverse idler gear. It usually sits on a simple steel shaft with a bronze bushing. Check for excessive side-to-side play. If you can wiggle it back and forth more than a tiny amount, the fit is too loose. This will cause a loud whine in reverse and will quickly wear out the gear and its shaft. Finally, physically check every single snap ring. Make sure each one is fully seated in its groove. A snap ring that pops out will get caught between rotating gears, which will destroy the entire gear set instantly. Finally, look for signs of proper heat treatment and verify part compatibility. Heat treatment is what gives a gear its hardness and strength. While you can't test it like a lab, you can look for clues. A properly hardened gear often has a consistent color, sometimes with a faint straw or blue tint near the teeth from the tempering process. What you are looking for are red flags. Be suspicious of any gear that looks like it's made from soft, bright metal. If you see deep dents just from parts bumping around during shipping, the surface is not hard enough to handle the pressure between meshing teeth. As a simple test, you can try to scratch a non-contact surface with a sharp steel pick. A properly hardened part will resist, while a soft part will show a clear scratch. The last check is for the speedometer drive gear. On the output shaft, you must confirm that its tooth count and size are compatible with the driven gear for your car's rear axle ratio. It is not guaranteed to match an original General Motors part. If it's different, your speedometer will be wrong, and you'll have to find a new driven gear to fix it. Installing one of these transmissions without this teardown inspection is a gamble. A single soft gear or a poorly machined bore can fail under load, leaving you stranded and turning a simple swap into a full, expensive rebuild. Check these points before it ever goes in the car.